Hello, welcome to another Signature Tech live stream where we're going to unbox the Scarlett 2x2 third generation 2 in 2 out USB audio interface. And today's video is going to be a special one because you can ask me anything, right? Every day is a special video. Every day is a special video because you can ask me anything you want, and I'll be able to answer that. I'm representing my college here that I graduated from for about 2 years ago now, with a degree in computer science. So let's get right into it. So let's actually first talk about pricing before we actually show the webcam option here. So cut over here to our screen. So here is the Focusrite Scarlett 2x2 USB audio interface. This is the third generation. It retails at $179.99. I think I got it for $159.99. Now you can get it from different retailers. I prefer B&H because of their great customer service. I'm not sponsored by them. They have great reviews. I use them for pretty much everything. Some things I might get off Amazon here and there, but for the most part, I do get all my products from B&H Photo Video. So let's look at the box now. So here is the Focusrite Scarlett 2 here, and as you can see in the video, it has the multi-port, which can take, a TRS, balance, unbalance, or an XLR cable um, as well. So it has a couple knobs on here, two knobs for the gain, and then obviously a master monitor knob for your headphones out. That is actually a TRS audio jack as well, and it is balanced. So that is your stereo monitor out. So as far as specs concerned, it obviously can work with any type of laptop. I believe Mac and Windows. I'm not sure about Linux, but since it is a USB audio interface, I'm assuming it does work with that. It does include some software. If you do buy it from B&H, you do get some software that is included. So I do recommend getting it from B&H. Obviously, it can do 24-bit audio at 192 kilohertz. So that is very high quality audio. Now, obviously, the gain is around 56 decibels, so you'll get plenty of coverage there. So, without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. Now, here we have, it's a short description. Obviously, a lot of people use this to output it to speakers, so you can have left and right speakers on your desk for editing. Then you have a USB-C on the back to output it to a computer. Now it does have software, but this thing is pretty much plug and play as far as items go. It's not really a device that needs the software to operate because it's simply just a USB audio interface. So it comes in some plastic wrap, has two pieces of tape here that breaks pretty easily. That second one didn't break as easy. And the third one did. So the quality of these is obviously built really well. A lot of Mac video editors use this, and I've been obviously recognizing on desk atop across the world. This is a view close up of the front. Let's cut to a overhead camera, just that alone. So this is a view of the front. Very nice. Has some plastic on the back side as well as some plastic on the front. Direct monitor. It obviously has 48-volt phantom power for devices and XLR mics that need that phantom power. And then it has, actually three knobs on here as well as a master knob here. So there you go. Now, obviously, this is very useful if you want to bring devices into your computer that otherwise wouldn't be able to plug directly into your computer. I'm actually personally going to use this device for live streaming. So if I want to bring in master audio from a separate computer, or if I want to output the audio from that computer to my switcher device, I will be able to do that by using a USB audio interface like this. So again, the front of it, very nice, very solidly built. The text on it is very visible, very beautiful red color. Obviously, the overall presentation is very nice. for $179, I wouldn't expect anything less. So obviously you have some protective tape on this side. I usually don't take that off ever. I'm one of those type of people. You have the USB-C, you have a K lock, then you have the left and right audio channels for normally used for speakers. Um, and here you have the headphone jack, the TRS cable that is balanced. All of these ports are balanced and accept unbalanced as well, and XLR as well. And then 48 phantom power does both 48 volts for both the XLR inputs or the multi-port inputs, if you want to call them that. So, oh, hi, lovely Forges. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in for tonight's episode. Um, ask me any tech questions you want. And in the box, we have a USB-C cable here. Um, this dev Obviously, USB-C cables are becoming more and more standard of a thing. Mac devices have USB-C cables. Obviously, every device on the planet now has at least one or two USB-C cables, and some devices even have only USB-C cables. So obviously, since this is not a USB-C to USB-C, it's a USB-C to USB-A, you'll need a adapter if you do have a USB-C only device. So that does plug into the back there and then hooks up to your computer via USB-A. And in the box we have the silicate the silica gel, which just makes it smell good, I believe. Um, and then from there we have short safety instructions, which I don't think this is really a manual. Yeah, this is mainly just safety instructions. So that is it for that unboxing. And for the next 5 minutes, you can ask me anything you want. Watching live from Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. I appreciate you. Please subscribe and like the video and ask me any tech questions that comes to your mind. I am your free tech consultant for the next 5 minutes of this live stream. Um, while you put any questions in the chat, uh, we're going to talk about some recent tech trends that have been going on right now, specifically automation. Now, I've had a big interest in automation um, for the last couple of years, and my full-time job has kind of been letting me dabble in it a little bit, but not as much as I want to. So, it's something that I've been trying to get into and explore. So if you know anything about automation and what it can be used for, it's not a job stealer. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Maybe some jobs will be lost to automation, but for the broad part, it's a necessary step in the evolution of, you know, the workforce. And it's going to make more jobs effective as well as make us be able to focus on things that are more important. So that's something that I've been wanting to explore a lot is automation. I've dabbled in a little bit, worked with a couple different engineers on different projects, and it's mainly just task automation. Things that are a little bit more mundane and things that can be redundant. It's kind of the simple things, right? So that is one thing that is very necessary for kind of the next step in the workplace evolution. Obviously, automation has entered manufacturing and places like that where they need high speed and high efficiency. But automation on the technical side of things is mainly focused toward redundant tasks like filing a report or sending out an email based off of what emails you get, or sending an email for you for approval as opposed to somebody asking you for approval through email and might get buried, and then pinging you automatically after a certain amount of time if you don't respond to that. So simple things that can improve workflows at work and things of that nature. So yeah, again, you can ask me any questions in the chat, and I am available to you. A short backstory about myself: I've been in the tech industry for about 5 years now, working on different things. Worked during college. I repaired and replaced over 100,000, or excuse me, 150 different devices, whether that be computers, laptops, phone screens, everything in between. I managed a large project for Toledo Public Schools when I was in Toledo. Now I'm actually located in Cleveland, Ohio, where I was able to manage the replacement of over 10,000 laptop devices. So that was a very large scale project. So I know a little bit about everything, and engineering is my specialty. So I like to consider myself a professional in the industry. Not quite mastered it. I don't think you can ever master tech, but I do believe in deliberate practice and being able to bring you good advice that won't be outdated by the time you end up watching the video, hopefully. Technology does move so fast, so um, there is a bit of gray area there. So that is the unboxing I had for you today. If you want to tune in for next week's episode, I will be unboxing the backwards the Zoom L Live Track L8, which this device is a audio mixer, an 8-track mixer and recorder, and pretty much, and this is going to be used alongside my Focusrite to bring really in tune live streams. Obviously, you guys won't see any of that. I just have a very simple setup for my live stream here with a couple cameras and whatnot. And this allows me to create some very complex live streams with remote callers, people being in person, and also videos being played and displayed to both those remote callers and the people in the room. So there's a lot of complex audio routing that needs to be done. So this is plays a very pivotal role in that device. So, and then obviously the Zoom L-Track recorder, mixer recorder. This is a digital recorder that works very well, very portable, can be moved around, as well as allows you to output audio to your computer for OBS or any type of software streaming. So we got a question. I'm interested in learning photography. Any smart starter camera you would recommend on a small budget? Obviously, they have a lot of cameras on Amazon that you can look up and review. There are a lot of. Let me actually cut to my content screen here. Um, for a starter photography camera, Canon and Nikon, if I can say it right. Canon and Nikon are probably the two most prominent brands when it comes to cameras. And, obviously you can do a quick Amazon search and find a good quality camera. Costco is one of my favorite for getting a nice kind of starter pack setup. A lot of times they sell a kind of a Canon starter pack setup for around $500, $400. And it kind of depends on your budget, right? Everything starts with your budget. Whatever your budget is, that's going to determine which route you take, your budget as well as your enthusiasm. So if you have a budget of 500 bucks, I would definitely recommend Canon and Nikon. Um, you can just look up a Canon photography camera. Some come up for around $2,000, but something like this is a good start. Obviously, if you get something that you can replace the lens on the device, you can upgrade the lens and still keep the camera, the DSLR mirrorless camera, and have a better camera with that upgraded lens. So the EOS is a very high quality and popular lineup. Obviously, the EOS 4000D that comes in right around that 500 mark I've been telling you about. This is like a perfect starter pack right here. So this comes with multiple lenses. It comes with charger, carrying case, tripod, sunshade, and even a flash, which is actually very incredible. So um, then it has an 18 to 55 millimeter lens there. So then obviously you could upgrade that lens the more you need. You know, lenses can help you get greater distances and things of that nature. They can help you achieve greater clarity depending on the quality of the lens. Obviously with Canon, the EOS line is kind of their baseline products, and this is what I would definitely recommend for a starter pack. And they sell these kind of things on both Amazon, B&H website for right around the $500 mark. At Costco, you might be able to get something around 350 in the same kind of setup. You might not be able to get a tripod at Costco, but they will include pretty much everything else: a carrying case, the lenses, and things of that nature. So that's definitely what I recommend for photography. Now, I'm not a professional photographer and I haven't really gotten into photography at all. I've worked alongside some really great photographers, so that's where that advice comes from. And, they've been telling what's their favorite brands. The guy I work with now, he loves the Canon brand. We have Canon camcorders in our live stream production lineup, and he really does love those Canon devices. So that's definitely what I recommend for a kind of a starter pack. Now, if your budget is lower than that, you may need to kind of reevaluate because that's kind of the baseline. Obviously, you probably can get this device used, which may be a good option. You can find a kind of used setup and buy a tripod for, $20, $20, $30 used, and then buy the camera used as well. And that may be a good option if you're around the $200 mark. You may be able to find this device used for around 200 bucks. So that's definitely recommend if you have a little bit lower budget than $500. So yeah, so that's definitely a good starter pack for photography. And again, the Nikon, I think the D50s, um, their lineups have definitely taken off by then. The Nikon looks like a little bit more expensive than the Canons, but very good brand as well. Recommend them. They have very good mirrorless cameras. Sony does as well. Sony is another brand that I've worked with photographers that, stand by Sony. Um, but Sony DSLRs, I believe, are a little bit more expensive even than Nikons. Yeah, as soon as I Googled it, $1,000, $2,000, 800 bucks. But this Sony Alpha line is very, very, very good, and you can obviously use it for photography as well as you can actually use it for camcording if you want to do videos and things of that nature. But obviously a little bit pricier. So you kind of have three options there. Canon, a little bit lower entry level. You can get a used device, Facebook Marketplace. Amazon sells used certified refurbished devices as well. eBay, B&H also as well sells used devices too. So that sometimes people don't even think about that. But they do also sell certified refurbished devices. And then you have Nikon, which is kind of the middle lineup, and then Sony, which is a little bit higher end. And obviously, if you have a budget higher than that, there's, a plethora of devices that you could explore if you have a budget over $2,000 or $3,000. So yeah, Sony, very high end, very nice. I worked with a couple photographers that stand by this brand as well in the past. Now I don't. The photographers I work with now, they love the Canon devices. They obviously have Canon devices that are a little bit more expensive than the ones I just showed you, but very nice brand all the way up to the high end stuff they have. Very good, reputable brand Canon is. So yeah, and then obviously, let me look up at the Costco, see if they still have those packages. Obviously, Costco's kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes they have it in stock, sometimes they don't. So you kind of have to catch it at the right time, especially if you go in the store. But let me see if they have a Canon kind of starter pack. Those are safes. Canon camera. So they don't have anything right now. I'm probably spelling Canon wrong. But all good. My caps lock is on as well. But yeah, so sometimes you can find some DSLR cameras here, and that is what you want for photography. Yeah, they don't really have anything in stock right now for DSLRs, but sometimes every now and then, if you go actually in the store, you'll see like a starter pack. They'll have obviously an SD card, which you need for storage, and then you'll have um, the camera itself, and sometimes you'll get a carrying case. I don't never ever actually seen a tripod included in that setup, but sometimes it comes around $300, which brand new is really good, and it comes with a standard like 18 to 55 millimeter lens, which is very good for a starter pack. So yeah, so that is a very good entry level startup. Again, I'm not like a professional in that industry, but like I said, since I've been in video for a very long time, I've worked and I worked for a media marketing company for about 2 years, and then now I do a lot of live streaming predominantly, which I work with videographers and photographers on those as well. So I've definitely kind of gained skills um, by osmosis just by being around them, right? So Definitely get secondhand opinion on that if you're looking for a camera and entry level. And there's a lot of used websites out there that you can find something that is a little bit lower budget level. So that is it. That is my 5 minutes up, and thank you for tuning in for today's live stream episode. Again, check out my review of the StreamCam Plus on my channel right now, as well as I'm releasing a couple other reviews that are going to be pre-recorded videos, and I will try to go live at least bi-weekly. Again, bye. Thanks for tuning in for another Signature Tech episode. And today's motivation is, what is today's motivation? Staying thirsty, staying hungry. Make sure to keep on the grind. I know it's a never endless fight, but you will get there.